The Jets are like the mafia. It's like being a Jet fan is like the mafia. As soon as you thought you're out, it pulls you back in. And here
familiarity with the system there.
What was that? What was that word again?
And then what did he do? He came back and beat the Jets.
Yeah, everybody beat the fucking
was
Jets
the
right here,
first
guys. Fuck, man. You don't want to show off? Fuck.
Listen, we got all our family members listening. I know my mom's listening. I know my brother's listening. I know, everybody else is out there. But
my mother-in-law listened to this. She's like, "You curse a lot," and I was like, "Yeah."
My mom said the same thing. She goes, "You guys are really good." She goes, "You say fuck a lot, but still, you're really good."
We're like five guys from New Jersey. So what do you expect us to say?
I'm like, Mom, you were the principal pretty much every kid.
First to the light, bro.
Yeah, Dennis. Like we all get a text from Dennis, like getting kicked out of the game.
Sounds about right.
I'm with security or something. This is ridiculous. They're throwing me out for farting on the face. All right, welcome back. Episode 8 of the Jets Group Chat Pod. After a long layoff, we're finally back. Training camp is about a week away from getting kicked off. After OTAs and rookie minicamp and all that good shit. Things are about to get buckled down, put the pads on, strap up the helmet, and get into work. I guess lots of shit has happened since we've last been on. A little bit of a summer break, if you will. Who we got tonight? We got Dennis in the house.
Some break.
We got Dennis out on a fucking boat, I think, somewhere, wasted.
Your head, your head is red, son.
Content. Yeah, that head's red as shit.
That dome piece is red.
What are you drinking? What do we got, Stella?
A little Yingling.
Oh, Yingling. Can't go wrong with the Yingling.
Let's get the sponsor from Yingling.
I remember when I was a sophomore at the Williams House.
High noon stood us up. So we're on the prowl for another
So
guy.
I'm not drinking at all
American
tonight
brewery.
until High Noon gets me. I'm not even gonna drink at all.
Get some high
Come on,
noons.
High Noon, hit me up, bro. I need a nooner.
I didn't drink them, but we had them.
All right, so yeah, we're back with Dennis. We got PJ. Big life update. PJ is now a bougie West Coast guy. Ditched the dirty Jers, and he's now out in the San Francisco Bay
West
Area.
Coasty.
Now in the dirty bay.
But
I was on the East Bay today. You live on the West Bay.
Bro, what is it, like 2 p.m. for you over there right now?
It is 6:23.
Yeah.
Got
So,
my real life shirt on.
Okay.
You're like a full blown beach bum right now, Dennis.
Yeah, gotta go beat. I got my. And I'm not even gonna show you my feet. We're not gonna do that.
Bro, I picture you with one of those big ass like Hurley sombreros too.
I had one on.
Exactly.
I was gonna say he definitely had a sombrero on. No
The shit
doubt.
James used to wear back in the day.
Yep. It's in my
I
truck.
see you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
admit
PJ's a West Coast guy, but PJ's got the fucking life now because once football season rolls around, you pretty much roll out of bed and football's on.
Yeah.
Shit.
The lineup set before I go to sleep.
Yeah. So when you have those drunken Saturday nights when you're out partying, you have to make sure that your fantasy lineup's got to be ready to rock.
What happens on a London game? That shit's at like what, 6 a.m. for you?
Like 2 a.m.
Because it's was it 9:30 for the East Coast, so that puts you at like 6:30.
Like 6. Yeah, like 6:30 a.m. Yeah, for those international games.
Jets don't play in London this year, do they?
No, thank God.
Green Bay does.
They play. Yeah, we play the Packers when they come back from London.
Good. They're all fucking sauced up.
I'll be in Packerland next week.
You're going to Milwaukee?
Maybe not next week, but within the next 2 weeks, I'll be.
Oh, is that why you're pushing
for you-
so hard for this fantasy baseball trade?
So I can go. So I can get Willie Adames on my team and go watch him hit home runs for me.
Price just went up.
Jerry has to give me a little bit of Willie. I'm giving you a good offer there.
We'll see. I need a shortstop.
Who
It's
you
not
going out there
New
with?
York Jets, but Nolan Arenado and Trevor Rogers.
Let's talk. We'll see. Back to the Jets, bro.
Save that shit for the
NL
DMs.
Saves leader.
We'll see.
Save that shit for the DMs.
And it's
Ooh, speaking of DMs,
Yeah, speaking of
how
DMs,
many
we'll get to that.
milfs is Zach Wilson in right now?
1,300.
Love it.
Yeah, we'll touch on that briefly, but as I alluded to, training camp's going to open about a week from now. Things are ready to like. This is like the time of the year now. Like you have the little OTAs that like you see the new guys in the uniform and all that good stuff, and you get a little bit excited, but then nothing happens for the next like 6 to 8 weeks. But here we are, Monday, camp starting, preseason's only a couple weeks out.
Woo-hoo.
So there's obviously a ton of, I guess you could say hype or a lot of
Hoopla.
expectations, a lot of hoopla. Good word, D-Max. A lot of fucking hoopla surrounding this team. They're young, they're ascending, a lot of good new pieces. And they should be much improved. So as we go into camp next week, I guess I'll just go. I'll start with Dennis. I know we're trying to keep this nice and short and sweet tonight, and happy we could get more than just me and Spiga on for an episode. So thanks for hopping on, Dennis. Hopping off the boat and onto the pod. But I guess of all these different storylines going down and all these different, I guess, big names that are new to the roster or different position battles, whatever it will be. What for you personally, what's the biggest thing you're looking for as camp gets underway that you want to maybe keep an eye on or watch develop as camp starts?
So I guess it's not totally just me, but it's something I've been hearing like a lot around other people I've been around. The tight end room. We've got a huge amount of tight ends. Everybody likes that. Rucker coming out of Ohio State, big Jet fan his whole life. So I've been hearing a lot about the tight end room, reading up about the tight end room, hearing about it, listening to different things. So I'm very hyped up about that. And I know Rucker wasn't a big pass catching guy at Ohio State, but he has the skills to do so. So, I mean, I'm pretty hyped up about everybody that we have, the new guys and everything.
Yeah, I agree. That I actually had that as one of my things to watch. I think the tight end room is fascinating, and we've
never had one like this.
No, not at all. So much talent, and it's a little crowded.
Yes.
So there's
my guy Lawrence Cager is like number 5.
Yeah, that's your boy, man.
I've been a big Lawrence Cager fan since college, pretty much.
You've been on the Cager train since the cage was closed, man. That's it. The
cage still ain't been open, bro.
Yeah, Cage still, but dude, they said he looks good, man. They said he had a great OTA and he's got the body. He lost a ton of weight, added a lot of muscle. Like he has the build, but I think Connor Hughes said it on his podcast a couple weeks ago that he's one of the 3 or 4 guys that stood out was Cager. But again, like there's nobody defending him. There's no linebacker. So
we'll see when camp
when camp starts and preseason starts, like if this guy's blowing up, I don't even then though, if you just beyond the guys you named, Dennis, the Rucker and Conklin and Uzoma,
Yaboa,
but you still have Yaboa and Wesco is technically a tight end.
I think he might. I don't know if he's going to make
West Virginia alum,
because
baby.
we have the fullback.
Yeah, he's like an H-back, right? He does like that hybrid tight end fullback role or whatever it is. But
at the end of the
Cager's like the 5,
right? Exactly.
Maybe even the 6.
The odds are stacked against him for sure.
And they like him.
And they like him a lot. You might want to try and sneak that guy onto the practice squad like they did last year. But again, you might have to sneak Yaboa onto the practice squad if you like him enough. So you only get to carry an X amount of guys on the practice squad. So it's a super talented room with respect to younger guys, the veteran guys, but for sure Rucker, Conklin and Uzoma are going to be on that.
They're going to be there.
53.
They're going to be there.
So then it's a matter of. But I honestly think I know Wesco's been there. He's the veteran guy. But how much are they going to use a fullback, especially if they're going to run creative 2 tight end sets, and they're going to have a more crowded running back room than they've had because they're going to have Hall, they're going to have Carter. They brought back Tevin Coleman. They still have Ty Johnson. And that's just aiming 4. So
his role shrinks.
I don't feel like Ty Johnson's not going to make it.
Yeah, Ty Johnson's probably not going to make it. I'd be surprised.
He's real close to getting unfollowed on Instagram.
Chill.
Do you do that when a player leaves the team that I root for? I unfollow them on all sides.
I only do it if it's somebody that didn't have resemblance to the team. I'll get rid of them. But if they had something to do with something good, I'll keep them.
And
I stayed for the longest time. I stayed following Jamal Adams so I could talk shit to every post he put on Twitter.
Nah, I deleted him.
I did that for a long.
I already unfollowed Kevin Durant.
Oh, you soft about that one?
You
said,
got a Nets fan in the house.
Yeah. if you want my
72
2 cents, if you want my 2 cents, they're going to run it back, and Kevin Durant's not going to go anywhere. He's going to play for the Nets next year,
I wouldn't
No,
be
they're
surprised.
losing the first round again.
probably.
Damn. Anyway, next topic. I'll go next.
What are you looking for, Spiga?
Honestly, what I'm looking for is the trainer's room to be empty. I feel like every year there's always some type of not devastating injury, but an injury that keeps somebody out for an extended period of time. Hamstrings, lower body injuries, Quinton Williams, Denzel Mims, all these high draft picks getting hurt. I hate it. I mean, if I see one quad at the beginning of training camp, I'm gonna be pissed. But if you can keep everybody healthy, keep all the battles that we got going on the field, keep it working, keep it moving. I feel like they've got a possibility to make some noise this preseason, then get some good momentum going into the regular season. But that's the biggest thing is it's always injuries with this team, and I would just want to see everybody healthy, especially all the major guys, all the big players. We can't have any big detrimental ones, but no quads, no hamstrings, none of that nonsense, none of that bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if you look back now, it was false hope, false optimism, but I felt good going into last year, with the moves that they had made. Wilson's
Mhm.
here, and that bubble feels like it
Carl
burst.
Lawson.
The minute that Carl Lawson goes out, you're like,
It was gone.
I'm not
Like,
excited anymore.
Yeah.
This.
I remember exactly where I was when I saw that, and I was so pissed because I immediately felt, I was like, there it goes. It was looking good. He's beaten Beckham. He's gotten sacks all over the place. Hurt, and then it was just all the air got let out of the room.
Yeah.
I hope not, but it just no, I'm not even gonna say it. No. Continue. Next person.
But it feels like for the first time in a while, there is legitimate expectations for this team to win at least 6 or 7 games. And we've talked ad nauseum about, especially you and I, we went through the schedule last recording. It's not easy to open. So if you want to get off hot, it's imperative that they have all of their skill position players there. Everybody in the trenches, everybody has to be healthy. Otherwise, if you take 2 or 3 of their big hitters out of there, it makes winning those first 6 or 7 games even more difficult. So,
and that's why I think all these little micro mini satellite camps that Wilson's running, the one he just got back from it was Idaho or Utah, the ones he had on down south, he's got to get that. He's got a lot of new guys, a lot of new weapons. Get that camaraderie, get that chemistry working now. Develop it so you're not doing that early on in the season. It can't be week 3 or 4 and he's overthrowing guys, or he doesn't know where, not even more, but a lot of the tight ends. All the new guys, you got to know where they are at all times. They have to have that chemistry. If you get that momentum started now, right throughout training camp, he's got Carter there. He's got not Carter. He's got Garrett Wilson. He's got everybody out with him. And he's done it consistently since. Soon as a new guy got either drafted or signed, it's boom, he's right there, and he goes out to see him. Then they start working out. Keep that momentum going all throughout the offseason. So you're starting the season hot and need to start and come out of the gate raring to go, because they got a lot of tough games straight out of the gate.
You love to see it.
Yeah,
Hope so.
PJ, what are we watching as camp gets underway next week?
Man, you guys just save the best for last, right? I mean, I'm watching Zach motherfucking Wilson, literally.
Damn.
This guy, man.
Which mommy's banging next?
This guy's
we're gonna touch on that, no pun intended.
He was touching on all that before. Don't worry about it.
He's a grown man. He does what he wants.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is obviously arguably the biggest storyline going into camp. Where's the jump? Where's the progression? Has a year of the book, has a year with LaFleur, just understands the game speed. Has had, like Spiga said, has been setting up these satellite camps remotely with all of his receivers and his skill position players, just to kind of get that camaraderie that he didn't have a chance to do last year. So I would expect him to come out hot and to kind of already have that chemistry developed, where you're not learning the speed, you're not learning the offense, you're not learning the personnel, trying to do all 3 at the same time while also not knowing a thing about playing quarterback in the NFL. It's not a foreign thing anymore. He has a baseline to go on, if you will. So I agree, PJ. I think that's probably the biggest thing that everybody's going to be watching. For me, though, I think one of the bigger storylines, it's been talked about plenty here and talked about everywhere, but I think we need to figure out the Mekhi Becton thing. right? Like that's the biggest storyline for me is what's the offensive line look like? This is a guy that you invested a premium first round draft pick in. It was Joe Douglas's first ever pick as GM. And he's just been scrutinized since that injury last year. Everybody thought he'd be out for like 8 to 10 weeks after he got hurt in week 1, and he never came back, never made it back. He's been absent in a lot of the voluntary stuff throughout the offseason.
They said he came in overweight again.
Yeah, and the rumor is that rumor has it that he came in overweight, and the Jets are pissed at where he came in at. I mean, I think he looks good in the videos that he's posted and the pictures I've
That's
seen.
what it is. It's videos. It's pictures. Like
Right.
Duke, him, all these guys, they keep posting all this stuff. Oh, he's a dog. He's working. He's doing this. And then he shows the camp when like that's the only thing that matters, and he's inflated over 400 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care what the scale says, what the picture looks like. My thing is if the Jets gave you a number that they wanted you at when you got there and you're not at that number, that's a problem for me, because it's not a he's working, he's a big dude, he's a specimen, maybe he's a Pro Bowler one day. I don't care about any of that. My point is he's not committed, because if the franchise gave him a goal, if you will, or a number that he had to be at when he reported, and if you're a pound or two off, whatever. But if this dude's 20 or 30 pounds over,
yeah,
I heard I've read, this is complete just internet stuff. I don't know if there's any base to it, but like I read they wanted the dude in there at 380 and he came in over 400. And so when you come in 20 or more pounds overweight after taking the entire year off last year with an injury, after you should have been back maybe 10, 12 weeks, you missed the whole year. And then you have a whole off season and you come in 20. That's where I don't like that. Like I've been a big defender of Becton. I thought he kind of got a bad rap because the body does heal different for a guy that big. You can't really compare it to other guys who have had the same injury because his size is so different. But I've given him the benefit of the doubt the entire offseason. But if that ends up being true, that he came in 20 pounds higher than they wanted him to, like the Jets have every right to be pissed at him. And he probably is going to be on thin ice going, like, I don't think that's his job to win. Like he's going to have to take it from Fan, No,
it's not. It's not his job to lose. He's got to fight for that position now. Like if you think about it, like the only loyalty anybody on the Jets has to him is Joe Douglas. That was his pick.
Right.
Sal and company, all his coaching staff, they have zero loyalty to him. They're going to play whoever.
They don't know him. They don't know him at all.
What they know of him is just and the thing that, like, again, I'm with you, Kardos, where I've always been a big Becton defender. I've always said, no, he's going to come back. He's going to do this. It's just, unfortunate series of events. No. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Since like last year, it's always been like something else and something else. It was like, he got hurt. Okay. Then he had, an issue with rehab. Okay. Then he was supposed to be back week 10. Then he didn't. Okay. Then the off season, it was like, oh, he's whatever. Then it's like, all right, clean slate, new year, new everything. Then he doesn't show up to involuntaries. Okay, well, he's got a baby on the way, but like you could be home in 6 hours to Texas or 4 hours to Texas. Then it's like, then he comes back and over. It's like, it's always something else. And he's got like, now there's, like you said, there's no baseline. He now has to prove he deserves to be there. It's not like, hey, you're coming in, you're the starting like tackle. He's almost coming in like a rookie. It's like, hey man, earn your spot, earn your, I'm sure the locker room is probably pissed off at him too, doing a lot of shit. But I feel like he's got to come in. He needs to do everything and then some this season, or else he's in like a serious downward spiral. He could probably get like traded or cut.
So what you're saying is it's like the complete opposite of Jacob deGrom.
In a way, yeah.
Kind of.
My man's committed.
You guys are Met fans. I was putting the Met fans.
No, I know, but at least with like, but see deGrom. And this is the thing, and we'll circle back to the Zach Wilson thing. Like all that talk, all that stuff, all that shit goes out the window when you're good. Yeah, Jacob deGrom's got injury history. Yeah, he gets hurt a lot, but that's his body. But when he plays, he's a Cy Young best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah,
same thing with Zach Wilson.
I knew you wanted to get that out there.
But honestly, like there's all this bullshit with Zach Wilson. It's funny, it's great, it's light heavy, it gives like Jet fans something to like joke about. The moment he throws for 112 yards, 2 or 3 picks, 0 touchdowns.
It's that mom's fault.
This is all they're going to be talking about. He's not committed. He's too busy banging girls, his friend, mom's friend, blah, blah, blah. He's not focused. If you're good, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
And if you're good, you get a lot longer of a leash than when you're not good. Like if Mims, every time he played, was lights out, no one would it would be different. I know you love, that's why I had to throw him in. That's your boy. But you know what I mean? Like it's like winning is the best deodorant. Just fucking do anything. And like he's not doing, it's just like this is a super, super prove it year for Mekhi Becton. I don't care what you got to do something. And now look, it's hindsight is justifying all the fan and left tackle talk that we were kind of like, well, why? He's this, he's older. Nope. That motherfucker's gonna be starting left tackle week 1. I guarantee it.
Yeah. How old is Mekhi?
Wait, over now.
Becton's
like 23, and I think Fant's 28, 29.
Yeah. The thing for me, and the problem if Becton doesn't turn out the way that the Jets obviously hope he turns out, is that you just had that star-studded cast of left tackles that you passed on
all of them
to take the corner. And granted, we don't know what Sauce is. We have hopes that Sauce is going to be a Pro Bowl perennial Pro Bowler, but like
Sauce Revis.
But if he's not that, and then if Sauce is not that, and in a year from now they're moving on from Becton,
that's the talk of the town. Is why did you take EK?
Sauce is that guy.
I believe Sauce is that guy. Like,
he is good.
I do.
I take Saquon and not this guy.
Right. That's what it becomes. Exactly. Right. That's what it becomes. So just to avoid any of that bullshit chatter, we hope that Becton obviously, and we hope this is all a bunch of bullshit and that Becton wasn't 20 pounds overweight and you hope he wins the left tackle job.
We're all 20 pounds overweight. What's the problem?
No doubt, man. No doubt. I'm a lot more than that. That's for sure. But yeah, I know you guys have mentioned it a bit too, but the Zach Wilson stuff that's kind of leaked out. It's not even leaked out. It's just like the talk of the internet.
Can we put the Zach Wilson in parentheses, the Jerry Spiga stuff? Yeah,
the Jerry Spiga.
Zach Wilson's doing his best Carter at high school.
What's going on with Zach Wilson right now is like Jerry Spiga in 12th grade in 2006.
That's neither here nor there, but maybe.
Yeah, we won't blow up any spots, at least while we're recording. But
yeah, we'll wait till we stop on that one. But no, honestly, dude, the internet is a.
Spiga's sweating a little right now.
I'm like, can we just change the fucking subject real fast, please? Yo, wildin'. Anyway, but this goes to show.
Because like my mom listens to this.
She does. I'm gonna get such a weird phone call tomorrow.
Mama speaks, friend of the pod.
And I guarantee you know what this is gonna show who actually listens to the pod, because I'm gonna get all types of weird text messages tomorrow and the next day. Like, yo, who are you talking about? What happened? Who? I need to know. Do I know that? Like, get chill. Just leave it alone. I buried that past my jock straps hanging in the rafters. Carter High School. Just leave it up there. We don't gotta do nothing else.
With the Curtis Martin jersey.
With the Curtis Marchers. Wow. Anyway, the Zach Wilson thing is funny solely because it shows like, the internet is undefeated. They come up with the craziest shit, and like once they put their mind to good into fun stuff, it's great. It's happy being on like the fun side of this conversation as opposed to like them just ragging on the Jets.
Yeah.
Like hell,
right.
And I hope to God he comes out this year and he lights it the fuck up, because this will make him the superstar that we all thought and wanted Baker Mayfield to be. This will make him and solidify who he is. I can't wait.
I have a like a top-notch thing that I haven't heard from anybody yet.
What's that?
So they said that he was with his mother's best friend.
Right.
And now everybody keeps saying he's with the mom, he's with the MILF, da 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 da. But do we have any evidence that says that lady is a mother?
The mom?
That's what I keep saying. Like,
does he have any evidence that she's a mom?
She could just be some lady.
She might just be a single lady.
Has anybody seen her? Like, she could be 20. You have to remember, Zach Wilson's mom is like a dance instructor. Like,
they're making memes about him banging moms, and it's like, wait, she might not even be a mother.
I think they're just assuming it because Zach Wilson's mom is obviously an older lady. So I think they're just
like.
Well, that's why when this first came out, I'm like, wait, did he bang his mom's friend, or did he bang his friend's mom?
It was worded like confusingly.
Yeah. I was like, he banged that dude's mom. I was like, good for him.
I don't have a kid.
At first, I thought he banged the old
That-
best friend's
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
friend.
That's what I thought.
That would have been like insane.
Like,
How is
oh,
that good?
you stole my girl. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
bang your
bang your mom.
mom's best friend.
Yo, you ever
Savage.
see? Do you ever see the? You ever see the campaign? That movie, the campaign, Will Ferrell
for
and Zach
Pedro?
Galifianakis.
No.
Bro, it's
For Pedro.
no, it's mad funny, but apparently, like, it's like, so it's these two, like, Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis are like running for Congress, and they're like fighting each other, and like one of the political battles was like Zach Galifianakis goes and like has the Will Ferrell's son call him daddy. He like, oh, I'm your new dad. He goes, you get my son to call you daddy, I fuck your wife. I was like, that's exactly what he's doing. You get my ex-girlfriend to call you daddy, I fuck your mom.
Zach Wilson said to Mac Jones,
Yeah.
Ooh.
"You beat me in this game, this is what's gonna happen."
Yeah, you do this, everybody's mom's in trouble.
Yeah. So my biggest fear when I saw this drop, I think it was Saturday morning, is, oh God, here we go. This is the moment where the drama starts.
It could have went.
Everybody's gonna rag on the kid, and it was the exact opposite. Everybody
Oh.
made him out like a fucking
Love
hero.
They love it.
You have DK Metcalf coming out calling him the GOAT. You have you have Ocho Cinco coming out and praising him. Like, the entire league is like, that's that quarterback. Zach Wilson's that dude. Like, universally praised. But I think Spiga made a good point. Like, this is going to be talked about probably for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Like, it feels like a story that's not going to go away quickly. At least he's going to have to talk about it publicly at some point, or somebody's going to ask him about it. And he's
You know
going
who's
to
gonna
talk
talk?
about
You
it.
know who's gonna talk about it for him?
Who?
Somebody's gonna do it for him. You know who's gonna do it?
Who?
Broadway Joe.
Oh God.
He's
No,
gonna step
you
in.
think?
I wouldn't be
and
surprised.
take it
if-
over.
I
Because
wouldn't be surprised.
that
he
was
came
some
out and said
Broadway Joe
random
shit. He used to do that like every week.
We used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I
This is
used to do
news?
that all the time.
I can see him stepping in like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, just let this pass over.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if anybody knows anything about that shit, it's Broadway Joe. But I think Spiga made a good point. Like, if he doesn't come out hot, or if he doesn't have a good preseason, like, this is gonna get magnified probably. Whether it should or not, I don't think is the real story. It's the media, and it will.
One pick, this is going to come out.
Yeah.
The moment he
he's-
throws one interception.
He's not committed. He's too worried about his dating life. He's too worried about getting involved in other shit. You could just see the headlines now.
You see it. I mean, because they played the Ravens week 1. That's
Right.
you
It's a big game. Tough
right.
defense. Like,
Get Lamar Jackson.
Jets are going to win.
Yes, that's how I feel. I feel like Jets are gonna win, man.
We'll see.
Taking
But,
that
yeah.
5.5.
It's at 5.5 now.
5.5.
At least it might be 4.5.
I got to check that out.
Less
here,
than
but before we wrap, we said we were going to keep this one short and sweet in our return, and we're going to try and be back with you at least once a week now, moving forward through the season. So we'll try and at least get 2, 3, 4 of us, whatever we can do each week. But it's
Wait,
not
real
really.
quick.
It's not.
Oh,
Hold
sorry.
on. It's not really my thing. I know it's more of a Dennis, PJ, maybe speak a little bit. But do you guys have like one over under number, or maybe like a futures bet for the upcoming season that you're like hot on right now for anybody that's looking to put a little bit of kashish out on something?
I've got a joke I want to say. My mom listens to the podcast, so I can't say it.
We'll talk about it when we.
We'll talk about it
when we
later.
hit stop.
You know, what?
I haven't exactly looked at like any of the other teams yet,
Yeah.
but I know I did look at the Jets and I said, if they play perfectly, if they're the best team that they can be, they could win 11 games. No, 10. 10 games.
Ooh.
10. But they have
I
to
think
play
I had
they have to play
that
perfect.
in my predictions. I believe. I think I picked
They have
them
to
with
play
11.
perfectly to win about 10, 11.
Perfect. You could say that for any team. Like, oh, they play perfect, be
It's
undefeated.
not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
If
So
they stay
realistically,
healthy,
if they could win about 6 or 7 games, I'll be happy.
what's the over under on the season total? The win
I think
total?
it's
It's
5.5,
right?
5.5.
5.5.
I think
The
it's
problem
4.5, 5.
They
The
should get
problem
over
is
that.
the 5.5 over under, like hammering the over doesn't pay anything. It's not worth.
It's like
betting.
minus. Yeah, it's like minus
know what my
180 right
thing
now.
is
It's
right now?
it's minus money. There's no point in betting
Yeah.
on it. There's no juice.
Without looking at anything, but I'm not even gonna pick a over under on team winning. I'll say the rushing title leader will be Cam Akers.
Interesting. Okay.
That's my thing.
Rushing title.
Cam Akers.
Okay.
Don't they have aren't they like in a committee backfield though?
They have Henderson, right? Still? Darnell
Yeah.
Henderson.
I feel they have somebody else. I don't know. It's not bad. That's a good prediction.
Yeah, that's bold.
Bold.
I think surprise turnaround team of the year, Carolina Panthers.
No way.
Yep.
Get the fuck off
Yep.
Baker Mayfield, man.
Yep. Bro, I'm telling you right now. Listen.
We've had like more episodes about Baker Mayfield than we have about the
my fucking
Jets.
boy, bro. Listen.
Dude, he sucks.
Sam's gonna beat him in the competition.
Why does he suck? Why does he suck?
He's
here's the
Sam's
thing.
gonna start. Derek Anderson's gonna start
No.
quarterback.
No.
He's
Listen.
so bad. He's so bad.
Listen.
The Browns just mortgaged their franchise to get
And
rid of him.
Yeah, the Browns also gave $700 million to a guy who's not going to play quarterback, not going to play a game this season.
Because they would rather do that than have Baker Mayfield be their quarterback.
Oh no.
Baker Mayfield, his whole shtick, not really a shtick, his whole mantra is about playing with a chip on his shoulder. He was never the guy in high school.
Speak, I'm giving you 10 seconds and I'm going to have to
Fine.
mute you. I can't go on about
Listen,
Baker Mayfield
He was
anymore.
never the guy in high school. He was never the guy in college at Texas Tech. And
He's
then
never
even
been
at
the guy in the
Oklahoma.
NFL.
Listen, he's had to work. He'd had to work up the depth chart. Now he became the guy in Cleveland, and then it got too big for him. He had to take a step back. Now he's got to compete again and fight for the starting position. It's not just given to him. He's not going to be all world. He's not going to get comeback player of the year. It's not, he's going to have a good season. And I think that with DJ Moore, I think Robbie Anderson will just shut up and do well with McCaffrey. I think they're going to be better than people think. They're not win the Super Bowl. They're not win the division. The Carolina Panthers will, whatever their win total is, I bet over. They're going to be better than people think they are. And Baker's going to have a good year. That's it. Just saying. Because he has to play from behind. He can't play ahead. He can't be the guy. He's got to fight to be the guy.
Sounds like a terrible fucking quarterback. He can't be the guy and he can't play from ahead.
You know,
It's the guy I want under center.
Listen. And who's the guy he's got to fucking compete with? The guy we fucking sent away because we couldn't do it.
You think he's going to compete with Sam Darnold?
They on paper they
That
say
job is Baker Mayfield.
Who's gonna do it?
If they love
Just-
Darnold so much, they don't trade for Mayfield. That job's Mayfield's.
All right,
If they didn't
PJ's
love him
turn.
so much, they wouldn't send the fucking second round pick to the Jets for him.
I got no more beer left. Let's go.
Damn.
Damn, Dennis.
PJ, you got any bets or big bold predictions or anything for us before we wrap up here?
Big bold predictions. Nah, I don't. Jets are gonna do good. That's my prediction.
I hear that, man.
My serious prediction, though, for real, my serious prediction is I don't know what category, what it is, whether it's rushing leader, receiving leader, most touchdowns, most picks. Jets will have somebody on the team who's a leader in one of those categories across the board. Whether it's, like I said, picks, tackles, touchdowns, rushing yards, receiving yards, passing touchdowns, the Jets will have some type of statistical leader and a Pro Bowl player this year.
I feel that's bolder than mine.
That is bold,
Maybe.
considering they probably haven't had one in.
I think Quinn Williams is right on
Like
the cusp
David
of making the Pro
Harris.
Bowl.
The Harris lead in tackles.
Garrett Wilson.
We only lead in tackles. We don't lead in any other shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I can see Sauce being one like was it Diggs from last year has like 13 interceptions
Yeah.
and just like out of nowhere he's just a ball hawk.
Yeah.
I hope not though because Diggs was like the most thrown on and most yards given up by anybody else, but neither here nor there. I think they'll have some type of leader in a category.
All right. I like it. Well, that is going to kind of wrap it here in a rapid fire return for episode 8 of the Jets Group Chat Pod. PJ, appreciate you hopping on early, West Coast time. Spiga, fucking mad we had to talk about Baker Mayfield again, but
Bro, don't fight it. Just let it happen.
Here we are.
I'm gonna wear my headband the next pod. I'm telling you.
Oh god, do it. Bring it, man. But that's gonna do it for us here. Like I said, we're gonna try to do this weekly once again. Now that camp's back, there's actual content to talk about. A lot of our summer activities are kind of gonna start winding down here, so we'll be back weekly, maybe even twice a week if anything crazy happens. So Apple, Spotify, YouTube, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Until then, we'll see you.
High noon, where you at? Let's go.
Yeah.
Signing off, episode 8 of the Jets Group Chat Pod.